Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're, according to Audacity, we're recording a new track.
Mm-hmm.
So let's maybe talk about the themes of this track. I think that if it's got boats and if it's got hoes, that's all I really need to hear.
Yeah. Let's call it the yacht song.
Yacht song.
Yeah, because it plays on somebody's yacht.
Okay, and it could maybe have like a lyric like this, like, if you fish, get off this bish.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Fish and bish, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Clutch. Carried.
Let us know if you want a Mind Over Movies mixtape.
It could happen.
It could.
Stream Witch Trials on Spotify.
Bitch Trials, more like.
Oh!
I'm like keys in my pocket.
What? I said that's pretty interesting.
Yes, very.
What? I wonder how those people like out there do, like, just like hangout podcasts where they just like show up and they
just talk.
They just like riff on shit. But then like comedians like really do it though. And they just like show up to the same room and they're just so funny for like 50 minutes.
Yeah, true.
How's that happen?
Years of practice and annoying people, probably, for comedians at least.
Yeah.
For podcasters, I don't know. I mean, we kind of go off on weird tangents sometimes and riff off each other. We just have a central theme or a central idea at the core of it, and that is movie film.
Movie film, yeah. For sure. Hey, speaking of the movie film,
yeah.
Did you? So we talked a little bit last week when it was just, the pre-Eternals hype bus.
Yeah, true.
That it was the most rotten of the MCU movies. Or the only rotten.
Yeah,
because they've always been like in the 60s at worst.
Even the stinkers, have been fresh.
But it's gotten lower. It's like 48% now. So most critics don't like it. Then is the consensus.
Right.
But it's bad and it's out here. And I mean, like, how do you? It got me thinking, like, how do you feel like when a movie is getting like bad reviews that it's unexpected, like, oh, this is kind of supposed to be like okay, or like a critical darling. Like, do you remember any like specific examples of this happening before? Because I feel like this happens a fair bit, and like Eternals is like obviously one of the most surprising examples because you've got a Best Picture winner from 2020 helming it, and you've got Marvel, which is just about like the safest bet for like a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean,
right,
and 80% even. None of their movies. Like, I watched a video earlier today, and it was like the 10 lowest Marvel movies on Rotten Tomatoes, and like 83% is like number 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So they don't have very many that drop below like even 85, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, well, one that I was actually very surprised by is part of another large series. Sorry, I couldn't think of that word. Harry Potter. All the main Harry Potter movies got really good reviews, and everybody seemed to like it. And the first Fantastic Beasts came out, and it got good reviews. But the second one came out, and it was so bad. It got, absolutely horrid ratings, and I remember being very surprised by that. I expected it to be, at least somewhat halfway decent, even though it was a spin-off. I still enjoyed the first Fantastic Beasts somewhat, so I was expecting the second one to at least be okay. But and then after watching it, obviously, but just seeing the reviews, I remember being like, that's weird. Like that caught me off guard for that one to be that low.
Yeah. Warner Brothers does that a lot. Like, I don't know. I feel like DC for a while, like, obviously the reputation has changed these days, but for a while there, like, a DC movie was a pretty sure bet at like a pretty good critic score. Like Man of Steel came out, and that has like a 78% or 77%. Like, it had a few people, crying out like, oh, this isn't Superman, it's got a bunch of stupid shit in it, but like, it enjoyed pretty okay reviews. And then Batman v Superman dropped, and that was like 19%.
Right.
That was like overwhelmingly like bad. Like, I think that was one of the movies where I was like, oh, DC's always been my favorite. I love Batman. I really don't see how they could fuck it up that bad. I have to see it for myself.
Yeah.
And then going in and being like, oh shit, well, I guess it is that bad. But
yeah, I actually didn't get the shock of seeing it was that bad, because when I went and saw it, I wasn't paying attention to the reviews, because I'm pretty sure we went and saw it opening night. When I still lived in Marshall, we drove to Conway, and me and Luke and my ex-girlfriend at the time went and saw it, and I wanted to leave the theater about an hour and a half into it. Like, I was not enjoying it. So yeah, it was a big shock to me to be like, okay, wow, this is really, really bad. Like,
I feel like you should be able to tell when these movies are going to be the way they are, because I think something about Batman v Superman that should have tipped us all off is that it's fucking like an hour longer than, or like 40 minutes longer than Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And like that's always a telltale sign. If there's a lot of movie that should have been left on the cutting floor, like that's a bad sign. Eternals, it had that classic tip off. It was like, it's a 2-hour, 40-minute movie.
Right.
It's been delayed multiple times. And I think one of the times might have been un-pandemic related, where they were just trying to move it up so it didn't compete with like another blockbuster movie, which it's always a bad sign when you're like, oh, we're going to wimp on out of here.
When you're Marvel and you wimp out on a date, like...
Wait, can I talk about the ballsiest box office release ever?
Yeah.
Because I still think about this to this day. Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip, in the same weekend. Like, the owners of Alvin and the Chipmunks, with their whole chest, being like, we can compete with the resurgence of Star Wars.
Oh my god. I forgot. I didn't realize that came out the same year, bro.
Same year, same weekend, same day. It's insane. And I think there might be a reason there why Alvin and the Chipmunks is now on sale for $200 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creator's looking to sell them. Which, when I first read that headline, I was like, Dave is selling the Chipmunks? After 4 movies?
It's the plot of their newest movie. Dave's fucking pawning these little chipmunks off.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. The pawn chip.
The pawn chip. Oh fuck. Yeah, no, that's horrible. It's always really disheartening to see. Well, not Alvin and Chipmunk. That was doomed to fail anyway when they made it. But some movies that will get overshadowed by bigger releases and stuff. I remember I think they moved Kingsman, the second Kingsman. They moved back for some kind of release, and it didn't do as well. I mean, they're making another one, so obviously it did well enough. But for some reason, they just didn't have faith in it competing with another blockbuster. But I remember it being moved back. I believe it was that one. And I enjoyed the second one pretty well.
You know what? I think Kingsman is that, like, an example of the opposite end of the spectrum, where, like, you expect a movie to do, like, really poorly, like, based off of your initial impressions and what you've heard behind the scenes, and then it was, like, surprisingly good, the first
slaps,
one.
Yeah.
So I've got a theory about the trailer for the new one right now, because I personally think it looks a bit obnoxious, but, like, I realized when it played before Eternals yesterday, I was like, it's just the music that throws me out of it. It's like this terrible, like, hokey Russian thing, and it's like trying too hard to be quirky, but the visuals that they're showing in the trailer, I thought about it. Oh, that looks like actually a pretty fun and solid action movie. Like, and this will sound better without this fucking stupid, like, oh, please music. Laugh trailer music, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I bet it will be good. Because that was definitely the case with the first Kingsman. I don't remember much about the trailers now, but at the time I remember thinking it looked fucking stupid. But.
Yeah, right. And then we all watched it, and it turned out to be amazing.
Indeed. Yeah.
And I even though the second one was panned a little bit, I still enjoyed the second one quite a bit. And I can't wait to watch this one because it's a prequel, and it looks fun.
It does look fun. I think Ray Fiennes is always great. I just love him and stuff. Voldemort forever. Am I right?
Yeah, Voldemort forever. well. Did you see any movies?
I didn't see very many movies, and I did watch Eternals, but I know that you didn't get a chance to catch it, so it's like fuck,
Yeah, we kind of spoiled our only topic for this week was just Eternal spoilers.
Indeed,
but,
indeed.
I mean, go ahead and what did you think though? In it, like I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but just
Yeah, I haven't come out and outright said it on here, but like the reviews might be onto something, which is a shame because like it. I mean, yeah, it's not good, and I mean like it's overly long and it's got way too many characters that for its own good. Like it can't really balance all of these elements, but it is very clearly a risk for Marvel. Like it's got several ideas that it explores. It allows for a lot of conversation and character moments that I think is often missing from other Marvel movies. Like the action does often take a back seat to the characters, which on paper sounds really cool. Unfortunately, this is not the cast of characters to do it. This is not the movie to be a vehicle. And, disappointingly enough, because it doesn't fit in with like the average Marvel movie that's being made today, it suffers from trying to have some elements branch back into the MCU. Like I think this is the movie that this is one of the first movies in a while that I've watched where it's just felt kind of clumsy, the callbacks. I mean, like obviously I've critiqued before, like, oh, I don't like that they always reference the snap these days and they always have to like tie all their properties back to that. But like in this movie, I literally mean like it feels wrong that they're mentioning Marvel. Like it doesn't feel like Marvel. They make references to DC Comics actually several times in Eternals, and it makes more sense for these characters. I feel like these are characters who would probably exist alongside Superman and Batman and that world, and they feel that like self-serious, like they're for that. And honestly, the self-awareness, all the Marvel tidbits that are in this movie feel wrong. Like it feels like you have Chloe Zhao maybe at odds with the studio process, and honestly both of their ideas for this movie aren't really that great. So you get both of them and they clash and they both don't really work. I don't know. But I mean, clearly she got allowed a lot of creative freedom. Like the shots are stellar. Like there's so many great visuals that you don't typically see in a Marvel movie. It's just, it feels very bland and soulless anyway. Like it's like, damn, this looks cool, but like I don't know. It's still corporate. It's still Marvel like product, and like even though she got a lot of creative freedom, I think like just maybe working in the MCU is restrictive to a point that you can't really break the mold anymore over there without breaking the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe down.
Right. Yeah, that seems to be, and she's such a weird choice for a Marvel film.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah,
actually? like I can't think of what movie they might have seen of Chloe Zhao that made them go, put her in
it's Eternals. Like I don't get it. Like normally they pick people who have backgrounds in television. They seem to mesh well, but Chloe Zhao does not have a background in television, as far as I know. The only thing we know her for is the writer and Songs for My Brother, or something. I think it's like Songs for My Brother or something, and then Nomadland.
Which Nomadland had to have been like produced like concurrently or after this. Like the pre-production on Eternals must date like really far back. Like
so, would they watch have you seen the writer?
No,
it's not anything Marvel would be interested in. Like
I really think that how we have like our celebrity like stunt casting in these movies. I mean, I feel like it's just gotten to be that way with the writing and the directing too. Like writers become big shots these days. Directors become big shots. Like they do one movie and people like look for that name now. And Chloe Zhao is an indie darling. I mean, it's a name that people look at, and it's definitely a name that you want to have working in your studio system if you want the respect of critics, if you want the Academy's attention, which I mean, oh my god.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
Dude, I think it is because, I mean, I actually read an article this week that the campaign for Florence Pugh to get Best Supporting Actress has already started for Black Widow.
For Black Widow.
And, I mean, that feels particularly egregious because, like, there was a movie in 2019 that she should have just been nominated for Best Actor in already. Like, these are... I think this is the worst timeline, that superhero movies are what finally broke the mold and started getting nominated for Oscars when it could have been, like, horror movies or, like, comedies. You know, that would have been the good timeline. But it also would have been kind of a funny timeline to see comedy, like, you know, Adam Sandler comedy movies in the place of Marvel blockbusters. Guys, everybody, we gotta go see the Jack and Jill movie.
And it makes like $1 billion at the box office.
Holy fuck, would Kevin James cameo in the post-credits sequence?
They're merging Paul Blart and Billy Madison.
Holy fuck, man, Happy Gilmore was in the end credits of Grown Ups 3.
I feel like that's the only genre that they haven't fucking done intersectionality like that with. And it would be so stupid.
That's so fucking funny. In my head.
Paul Blart in the post-credits scene. Okay. Woo.
You know,
Good
Russell
stuff.
Brand would probably have like a big resurgence in that era.
True.
I don't know, that just the 2000s comedians would all come back and hang up their man. Good timeline. Wherever that's happening.
Wherever that is on the What If timeline.
I've completely lost my train of thought on what we were actually getting at. Eternals, that review. My God, I can't pretend to be like interested in like where these characters are gonna end up. And honestly, this might sound petty, and I'm sure once Far From Home comes out, you'll hear a different Isaac in a couple months. But like, this movie made me retroactively go like, man, Marvel is so fucking shit. And, like, I don't know, like you put everything here that you should when you're experimenting, and it still is bland and boring, and it's just,
right.
I'm bored. I'm bored with it. But yeah, go ahead. It's like, I think Far From Home is intriguing me right now, not because the current take on the character is like the most incredible run ever. Yeah. It's just like, it's literally preying on my nostalgia and opening up a concept to a TV show that I like. Like, it's linking what happened in Loki finally to like the real universe. Like, the multiverse coming to the movies is the only thing keeping me interested right now, because I feel like with our current cast of characters, like, Eternals really proves that you can't really introduce more characters and win intrigue in them. So you kind of do have to just bring the same character but from different dimension. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's sad, but I mean, you heard it here first, folks. Isaac Udaj says Spider-Man No Way Home is predatory. And it's preying on his nostalgia.
It's preying on my nostalgia. And I'm praying that...
that it's an okay movie.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, the Spider-Man discourse is, you know me, big no-no on the Spider-Man Twitter discourse. I've seen your stupid shit Spider-Man film Twitter discourse. I know that you guys are mad that Doc Ock's arms are red and yellow. Yeah. Like, what does it matter?
I'm literally about to, I was going to bring that up. I'm muting the word Spider-Man on my Twitter. It's so bad right now.
No, I finally realized it's not Mauricio's fault, because even when he's muted, I'm sorry, Jacob, I know I tell you it's okay that you still like I can't deal with it anymore. I still see too much of it because Mauricio's liking it and Jacob's liking Mauricio's tweet that he's liking. So I'm seeing the Spider-Man film Twitter discourse. I don't want it anymore.
Just mute. Can you not mute the word Spider-Man?
I will. But actually, can you do a live on-air podcast tutorial of helping me mute the word Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, I haven't. Let me try it.
I'm J. Jonah Jamesing my way through the podcast this week. I don't want any more Spider-Man. Get that Spider-Man out of here.
We are muting. All right, so what do you...
Today, you're going to want to go into Twitter, maybe settings?
Yeah. So we're going here, and then we go to...
Filters.
Filter?
Right?
Wait, where are you
muted,
at?
Okay, filters and settings. So, fuck you. You and I have different Twitter interfaces.
Here you go.
Oh, there you go. No, it's not there. So Casey...
Edit profile.
So Casey is on the wrong screen, but once you get to settings on Twitter... Okay, so for me, it's like... If you go to notifications, and then you go up here, there's a settings wheel. Okay, and then filters. So yeah,
muted words.
You want to go to your notifications on Twitter. You want to go to the little cog wheel. Yeah. And you want to go to filters. From there, you want to go to muted words, and you're gonna want to type multiple variations of Spider-Man, like Spider-Man one word.
Spider-Man
you're gonna want
one
there.
Word. And you were gonna do it the way it's supposed to. Capital S Spider.
Yeah.
Hyphen.
Capital
M man.
You need the hyphen. Mm-hmm. And just to be safe, go ahead and mute Spoder Man.
Yeah.
Or Spider MAM, because people will be sending out quick fire thoughts on Twitter. They type it Spider-Man. They don't mean to.
Also, Spider-Man No Way Home and just No Way Home. That's
NWH. Block NWH, that acronym.
Block NWH.
This is the crankiest, oldest man thing that we've ever done.
I know. I'm sorry, but it's really annoying me now.
Is.
Like, it's so much of it. It's all I see, and I'm tired of it.
I can't. I almost wish I could mute the whole superhero topic.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
I'm not there, from people you
I don't know. It would be more joyful to go into a Marvel movie and not know everyone's fucking hot takes on like frame 3 of it.
That's true.
Like it'd be nice to just maybe that's a lot of the cynicism that I have for Marvel movies these days. It's just like the amount of discourse around it is like tiresome. It's like Marvel's like not even putting that much stuff out. Well, no, they're actually putting out a record amount of content.
Right.
And spending so much money. But anyway, oh my god, dude, can I tell you the funniest shit from today?
No.
It's Vin Diesel. Have you seen Vin Diesel's Instagram post to The Rock, to try and kind of break the ice in their feud?
Okay. They're having a feud?
They've been feuding for a while. That's why The Rock isn't in some of the more recent Fast and Furious movies. But Vin Diesel is healing the gap. And also really, really asking so nicely for The Rock to be in Fast and Furious 10. Okay, here's the post.
Okay.
From Vin Diesel. My little brother Dwayne, the time has come. The world awaits the finale of Fast 10. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. There is not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes. But the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo.
Pablo?
I swore that we would reach and manifest the best fast in the finale. That is 10. I say this out of love, but you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs, which is spelled wrong. Hobbs can't be played by no other. I hope that you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny.
That is so stupid. Did he really fucking post that?
Yes. Oh my god, wait, can we also, while we're talking about celebrity posts, can I read the Chris Pratt Instagram post?
Why does everybody's deal with this man? Like, it's just, I don't know, like, I don't think it's that insane of a post, like...
I think the wording is hilarious. I love it so much. He has really chosen quite the cluster of letters for this.
True.
Okay. Here's a photo of Chris Pratt and his wife, Tiffany Schwarzenegger, daughter of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's scary.
And she's looking at him. And she's smiling.
And he's smiling.
Okay, ready? From Pratt. I can't do it. Guys, for real. Look how she's looking at me. I mean, find you somebody that looks at you like that. You know, we met in church. She's given me an amazing life. A gorgeous, healthy daughter. She chews so loudly that sometimes I put in my earbuds to drown it out. That's love. She helps me with everything. In return, periodically, I open a jar of pickles. That's the trade. Her heart is pure, and it belongs to me. Hold on, Casey. Hold the fuck on. Because we haven't even gotten to the Nicolas Cage part of this. My greatest treasure, right next to my Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card. Which, if you know is saying a lot. Ick, in other words. It's her birthday in about 6 weeks. So, if I don't get her anything, I'll tell her to look back on this post. Love you, honey. Heart.
Okay, so what
prompted this post?
What's their anniversary, right? Is it an anniversary post? I thought it was.
No, at no point is an anniversary mentioned. Okay. It's not her birthday yet. That's in 6 weeks. He's heavily debating whether he actually wants to go to get his fucking ass off this couch in the picture and go out and buy her, like, anything at all.
I don't know. Like, I think he was just trying to be sweet, but he was also trying to be quirky, and it just came off really weird. But, like, everybody that's, like, making memes out of it, I'm just like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. Y'all will latch on to anything nowadays. But fucking...
Okay, but the memes are good. For example... Oh, God, where is it? Here it is. She was fertile and chewed louder than him. She was his Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card. And God help any pickles who dared to disrespect his queen.
Why?
Well, Casey, why did he post that? What was...
I don't know the man. I don't know his rhyme or reason.
What was the word choice? Why did he have to mention that they met in church? What was the callback to church? Wait, actually, we're just gonna keep going down the rabbit hole of celebrity. Why did they do this Instagram post? And do you remember when Chris Pratt has come under fire before? Robert Downey Jr. leaped to his defense on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
and photoshopped Tom Holland out of the photo of them together to show him and Chris Pratt hanging out. And in Chris Pratt's defense, Robert Downey Jr. says, "What a world." Wait, this is better if it's the Joker. The sinless are casting stones at my brother, Chris Pratt. A real Christian who lived by principle. He never demonstrated anything but positivity and gratitude. And he just married into a family that makes space for civil discourse and just plain fact. Insists on service as the highest value. If you take issue with Chris, I've got a novel idea.
Y'all can't see him, but man, he's really into this. He's got the hand gestures.
Delete your social media accounts. Sit with your own defects of character. Work on them. Then Celebrate your humanness. Pratt, Pratt, Pratt. I got your back.
So, what did the author mean
When he said, I got you.
when he said, I got your back?
I think it's just a bad sign if you're like telling people to delete their social media. Is like how out of touch with social media and the discourse. Well, maybe this is the thing. Is Chris Pratt just posts like a grandmother who's very proud of her grandkids on Facebook and thinks she's like kind of like funny still.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Like celebrities just they don't quite get. Well, I mean these big celebrities like Chris Pratt. They just don't get human interaction anymore. Like it's weird, Like they just don't understand like what's hip anymore, and they don't understand that the current's kind of going against them.
Yeah.
Now, like I think Parks and Rec, Chris Pratt, breaking out into Guardians of the Galaxy, like the public's on his side for sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just a little bit of homophobia, it turns out, goes a long way.
Yeah.
In tanking your career.
True. Poor Chris Pratt. He's also he's like the center of memes right now because of the voice casting.
He's Mario. He's Garfield.
Yeah.
I don't even think we've touched on that. He's Garfield now.
He's Garfield now, guys.
Wait. Okay. Something that's funny that I discovered the other day is Bill Murray has an interview on YouTube about the Garfield movies. And it is soul crushing to hear him talk about it, because to hear it from him, it's like I just wanted to do a favor for like people who like Garfield, and I ended up on the editing room floor of both of the Garfield movies. Like Bill Murray, like apparently just stole away. Here's what's funny is he thought. So the director of Garfield is a man named Joel Cohen. Mm-hmm. And Joel Cohen is also the name of one of the Coen brothers. And so Bill Murray got the call. Joel Cohen's doing the Garfield movie. And he said, I cannot wait to see what this director is doing with that movie. No. Gets to set, realizes it's not Joel Cohen. It's Joel Cohen. And then realizes that he's making like a schlocky Garfield movie. Yeah. Where he's CGI Garfield. Decides that he's actually going to oversee the movie on the editing room floor. And meanwhile, while he's giving his Garfield cut, the director, Joel Cohen, is undermining him. And at every turn, when Bill Murray is like, make the cut like this, Joel Cohen's coming in and it's like, do not cut the movie that way. Cut the movie this way. This is what the studio wants. So Bill Murray there's the Murray cut. And then there's what we got. And apparently we can't see the Murray cut. But really? But they were like, okay, man. Like his clause for returning to the sequel, I think, and I might be misremembering this, was that Joel Cohen doesn't come back. That's the only way he's doing Garfield 2, Kitties in Paris, or wait, I don't remember.
Kitties. Kitties in Paris.
What's that Kanye West song?
We can't say it.
About the kittens in Paris.
The kittens in
Paris. Copyright.
Oh, God.
I think I was out of tune enough that it didn't really
it's
matter.
Fine. Oh my God, I do love the Bill Murray Garfield movies, though.
Really?
They're comfort movies. I used to watch them
when
I was younger, like a lot. I watched them so much.
They're not the movies that have a lot of people like ironically defending them on the internet. Unfortunately,
no. Yeah. I think Bill Murray is a great voice for Garfield, though.
Yeah, perfect casting.
Now, when you read Garfield comics, like I had a whole book of Garfield comics that I used to read, and I was like, this is just Bill Murray's voice.
Yeah, no, it totally fits. I think I've always read it in like his kind of take. Mm-hmm. And there's also a cartoon show that doesn't have Bill Murray, where I don't know, the guy playing Garfield. Like now that I think about it, every actor who's played Garfield has had it kind of pitch perfect. And I think maybe that's the problem with Chris Pratt, is that this is very blatantly like celebrity casting, and he's not a kind of person that you look at and you go like, this guy should be Garfield. It's just a move that screams like, we want to make money off of this because Chris Pratt will be in it.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's Mario or Garfield. That's honestly fucking crazy. It's asinine actually that they would cast such a person, you know.
Yeah. I just I'm thinking he was like an ideal person to be casting in movie. I just feel like that period was like, 2014 through 2016.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's when he was a hot item, and it should have stayed there. And I don't get what is helping him persevere, because, like, it's been since 2017, since there's been a Guardians movie. Mm-hmm. The Lego Movie Part 2 was kind of a movie that was hidden under, like, releases.
It went under the radar.
I can't think of any other hits that he's had. Like, Lost World, the second one, didn't make as much as it worked. Did it? Oh, fuck. I would actually be so upset if it made $1 billion.
I mean, I'm sure it made money, but, I mean, because they're making the third one, Jurassic World Dominion.
Let me see. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom box office. Which, by the way, I don't know if I've ever given my opinion on this movie. I just want to really quick and come out and say, like, dog shit!
yeah, absolute dog.
I think that about both of them, but especially
Fallen Kingdom. Yeah, it's so stupid.
This is the one time that I'm angry that they led with, like, a celebrity in the trailers to, like, bait people, and then, like, that celebrity wasn't in the movie more. Like, usually I'm like, oh, get over yourselves. They can't have the old cast in the movie all the time. But when they baited Jeff Goldblum being in Fallen Kingdom, and then he's only in it for like 2.5 minutes, like, it really was something that pissed me off so much, because most of the marketing was around him
coming back, and then he wasn't even a character, for fuck's sake.
No, he didn't do anything, and they just haven't. I'm gonna fucking cry. $1.3 billion.
No. Oh my god.
I can't believe that. So, like, people went to Jurassic World, and I mean, that movie made even more money. That was like $2 billion.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're so fucking stoked for Jurassic World 2. It's coming out soon. It's got fucking...
I remember watching the first Jurassic World and being like, wow! Because I love Jurassic Park.
I think it's my love for Jurassic Park that really hurts, man.
Yeah.
That's what they go after.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that this is I mean, we haven't had a topic today. We've just been kind of rambling. It's been a fun ramble sesh, though.
Return of the rambling, honestly.
But I just want to talk about the fact that in the 2018 hit $1.3 billion making film, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, they were so fucking lazy about, like, all of the callback characters. Like, they had the doctor who's in, like, one scene in Jurassic Park come back to be the villain. Like,
I'm pretty sure he had a generic name like Wong.
Yeah. Well, his actor's name is BD Wong, so. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but okay. I think the doctor's name is like Dr. Wu or something.
Oh, it's Dr. Wu. Yeah.
Dr. Wu. Dune's got a doctor like that. Dr. Yu.
Dr. Yu. Yeah.
And
YU.
if you jump over one more, you get to the hit British series, Doctor Who.
Bro.
Wait, are you a Whovian? Wait, I actually heard that you are a Whovian.
I am a Whovian, yeah.
I feel like I didn't jump into that tangent, but I'm much more interested in this Doctor Who tangent because we have never had any reason to talk about it before.
That's true.
Who's your favorite Doctor?
Probably, I was a hard Eccleston fan.
Yes, that's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
I love Eccleston.
I think it was my favorite, but honestly, I think Matt Smith kind of took it over. For me, I mean, they're kind of neck and neck. I just Matt Smith's run was so fucking good. I mean, and David Tennant, everybody says 10 is their favorite because Tennant was really fucking good, but just
it's good.
It's 11, bro. I just love 11's run so much.
I don't know. I mean, I like Tennant's run. I haven't seen too much of Matt Smith's. I need to watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen Capaldi at all, and I haven't seen Jodie Whittaker, but I am interested in her take. I fell behind. Like, I lost interest around the time it got to Matt Smith. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I was late to the Doctor Who party anyway. Like I didn't watch them until high school. But I don't know.
Same.
Eccleston really came out swinging, and I love him so much. And like his one series, I think, is my favorite. Like it felt epic. Like the story over the arc of that season, and I really do think like by the time it ends, you're like, oh man, I really don't want to say goodbye to this character. But Tennant is great. Like, as a follow-up.
So you haven't seen the Impossible Astronaut storyline?
No.
Oh, Isaac. Oh, no.
This could be the night that I get back into Doctor Who, man.
Bro, please. I'm so serious on everything on my life. The Impossible, that whole arc with Rory and Amy, like, it is like, you know, like Tennant levels of, like David Tennant levels of, like, fucking hype and, like, storytelling. Like, Stephen Moffat, like, is a god.
I will say Stephen Moffat, like, I feel like maybe that's what drove me away is, like, as a showrunner, he seems like, he did this with Sherlock, too. Like, he just seems like he falls apart when he has to do, like, multiple, like, episodes in a season, or that was the case with Sherlock. But, like, with the early Doctor Who stuff, when he would do, like, one episode a season, like, I'm talking, like, the Empty Mask, or, like, the one in World War One, and then the library, especially. And Blink, of course, with the Weeping Angels. Like, those are 3 very brilliant singular episodes, and they give Doctor Who a lot to play with. But then I feel like as showrunner, you know, I have watched here and there of Matt Smith, and I know a lot of the goings on. I just feel like a lot of it's self-worship for himself. Like, he brings back River in like a big way, and I feel like it's just very self-congratulatory. Like, I am very clever, I'm very smart, like here are all these brilliant, because the Weeping Angels also make a ton of reappearances,
a lot of things return,
which it didn't happen before Moffat took over. Like, you know, Russell T Davies was like, that's true, I do enjoy this Weeping Angels stuff, but we're not going to overdo it. You know, they're gonna show up when they show up.
Yeah, they overdo the Cybermen and the Daleks. Yeah, the Daleks I can understand, that's always been a staple, but the Cybermen, I'm tired of seeing the Cybermen.
the Daleks, I feel like they really ruined what they had with a good, like, concept there. Like, the first reintroduction of the Dalek is like in the Eccleston series, and it's just the one. And it goes through that, like, military base, and it kills all those dudes, and you're just like, damn, a Dalek's pretty bad, man. But then, like, in Tennant's run, like, they bring back the Daleks a lot, and then there's, like, multiple Daleks, and then there's the stupid fucking Daleks in Manhattan shit. Yeah. I don't know. I just actually find that the Daleks most of the time are pretty boring. Same with the Cybermen. I think the Who stuff that appeals to me the most is the singular episodes, the one-offs, you know, the really memorable two-parters, especially like the Ood episode.
The Ood is so good. Planet of the Ood. That is a fucking, that Oscar-worthy motherfuckers.
That's one that they brought back that wasn't as good, you know, when they brought it back.
No, that was a great one-off. That was when David Tennant did a whole year of specials.
No, the Ood, that was season 2. That was just like a 2-part episode.
Oh, it was. Oh, I'm thinking of something different. No, the Planet of the Ood is still, that's a great episode. I was thinking for some reason of the Waters of Mars.
Oh, that's the zombie one. That's pretty good. Yeah,
that's a dope-ass special.
I like half of the Tennant specials, and I don't care for the others. It's weird. Doctor Who and Futurama, they're two shows that I've had a lot of great love for in the past. They both spent a year, like, doing specials, like just making made-for-TV movies, especially, and there was 4 of them, and I feel the same. Like, life is full of weird coincidences where it's like there's 2 sci-fi shows set that are beloved, and they both have been canceled and brought back at various points, and they both have a year where they made 4 movies, and 2 of the movies are bad and 2 of the movies are good. And it's like, I don't know. Interesting. That's just the way coincidences shake out sometimes. Just how needlessly complicated they are to be a coincidence at all is just more fascinating. Like, the fact that someone can talk about it for a long amount of time is more interesting than the coincidence itself.
Very true. Well, I watched Free Guy.
Oh, hey, how was that? That really got me going.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I've heard a lot of surprisingly positive stuff about it.
Yeah, it's good. I can see it being a comfort movie for me in years to come because honestly, though I will say the movie would not have worked if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds being in it and being like the titular character. Like Ryan Reynolds is just fucking hilarious, and he just in that role. I think it's best suited for him. That was definitely like a Ryan Reynolds role. You know, it wouldn't have gone to anybody else. And it's got a cool story and all, and it's got its it's got its things that are like, okay, that's the music is specifically very, very fucking bad. But yeah, but overall, like, it's fun, it's funny. You'll have a good time.
That Mariah Carey song though, Fantasy. I like that. It's pretty good. It's like the
oh yeah.
Copyright. I probably should have called that earlier, but I think it was bad enough that it wouldn't be. I assume most of the time that.
So the copyright stuff has never picked up your singing in an episode ever.
It's good to know.
I check it every time.
Am I going to stop saying copyright? Probably not.
It's a trademark now.
It's a trademark. It is. Well, sometimes I'm thinking like, zinger, this is part of the continuity, you know, like I'm doing it for like we're some kind of like beloved sitcom show, like I'm Kramer coming through the door like copyright.
Yeah. Well, when we have merch, you know, when we get merch, we'll
Casey taking the L, or it could just say the L, and then you would be the model in the photo.
I'll be the model in the photo for the L shirt,
taking the L.
And it'll be all the movies. The L will be in like little clips of the movies that I don't like.
Yeah, actually, it's really good. Easy. It's just a badly cropped ladybird. It's that L.
It's an L for ladybird. L for ladybird.
L for Alfonso Cuarón.
Oh god! Oh my god! I enjoyed Sam's meme about the what if, like about you being or what, and I'm just like, Roma is good actually.
I love he's so dedicated to his craft. Sam,
Sam.
Your memes are part of the reason that we even do it, you know? Yeah, it's just like what's he gonna make this Tuesday?
Yeah. I don't know if we gave him too much content this time.
I don't know. We get he always knows how to shove all of it in there.
That's true.
Which I will say that's probably the most admirable quality of it is like he gets all the highlights like he's nice enough to like on a down episode, you know, it's like it doesn't have as much LOL moments. Like he finds something to work with.
Yeah,
he's
true.
like, I'll get this somehow. I think my favorite one of recent memory was the Squid Game one. Just like I don't know how to say it other than like meme pacing is like really important, and like the way that one was edited where it was like swingers cut, and then the Fallout New Vegas intercut in that, like it was perfect.
It was a really good one.
And this is like maybe the most self-indulgent thing ever. It's just describing a meme made for our own podcast. Yeah.
Hey, we're popular.
We're
to our tens of listeners.
We've got a few people who like us. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, we're one of the podcasts of all time. Okay.
I felt like I was gonna ask you about something, and I'm checking my phone to see if maybe I'll remember it.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna hit my vape.
Oh my gosh. It's a cloud, bro. Fuck. It was a really good topic too. I bet. It was maybe coming out of the Doctor Who thing. I don't know, man. It was specials. Crap. Futurama.
I was thinking about Rick and Morty, honestly.
You were thinking about Rick and Morty. Yeah. What are you thinking about Rick and Morty for?
I'm thinking about I'm wondering when the new season's going to come out.
Probably next year.
Well, next year I know, but like what month? Because they said they're not going to wait as long, and I don't know like how long they mean.
Yeah.
Because last we heard, season 5 was deep in, or that'd be season 6 was deep in development.
Yeah, it was like ahead of schedule, right?
Yeah, it was ahead of schedule.
I can tell, you know, from this season, like they can clearly speed it up. Like they have different people involved now who are faster. Like I think Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland might be like kind of leaving their creative voice off the table now.
Yeah, I don't like that. I wish they would leave that.
I don't know, but like Dan Harmon's like making a new animated sitcom, I think, for Fox. I wonder how that will be, because I don't know. I mean, like, obviously he's had bangers only in the recent years in my eyes, because I love Community. That's like my favorite show. And then like Rick and Morty's banging. So I mean, I don't see why I should doubt him. It's always a very scary move when someone walks away from like the most popular thing they've ever made to do a passion project. It's like, you might have some really shitty ideas that you don't know are shitty ideas right now.
Yeah, true.
I can't think of a good example of that right now, but I feel like it's happened before. Oh, I guess like, you know, anytime a band member has gone off to do like a solo career, like that's very risky. Yeah. I mean, obviously we have some very good examples. Like I would say Justin Timberlake is a really good example of like, oh, you don't need your fucking boy band to back you up. Harry Styles is obviously like one of the hottest things right now.
What boy band was Justin Timberlake a part of?
Oh, NSYNC.
Oh,
did you not know?
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh!
I may have heard that once. I did not know he was from NSYNC.
Lance Bass, Justin Timberlake. Lance Bass, I feel like you would only know if you're NSYNC.
I don't listen to boy bands.
Well, really. I don't listen to boy bands, but some of them are famous.
Yeah, well,
Backstreet Boys. None of those guys got famous. I don't think.
I was actually listening to All Time Low today while I was at work.
That's not a boy band.
It is a boy band.
That's your 8th grade like emo band.
Yeah, but they're not really emo. They're definitely a boy band.
But they're being brought up with like Pierce the Veil and shit like
I
that.
also listened to Pierce the Veil the other day.
And Avenged Sevenfold.
Albums. Yeah, I love Avenged Sevenfold.
Man.
Pierce the Veil, fucking all of them, dude. I love all of them. Sleeping with Sirens too. Well, their first 3 albums are all right.
I try not to hate on music genres, and I feel like most of the time I succeed. But I've got to be honest. I think I get where country's coming from more than I get like emo or metalcore or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think I'd rather listen to some asshole like talk about his truck rather than hear someone like scream in my ear.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
No.
Bro, Bro, the topics in like song choice in metalcore, like the lyrics, are 1,000 times more important than country lyrics.
No. Don't get me wrong. I know the scholars are working in metal. Like I know that's where the real talent is. It's just I think your talent sounds like dog shit. I think I hate it. And I'm sorry. This might sound a little bit mean, but it's something that I think is important for everyone to do more in their life. You're allowed to hate something.
That's true.
You're allowed to be a critic. And if people are mad at you because it's something they like, it shouldn't make them mad. Because it's just you are just being real and you're saying you don't like that thing. Because I feel like one of the most annoying things in the world is trying to watch people try and fit in, you know? Like, well, I don't mean annoying. It's just kind of sad, you know, just people like not being what they're into and trying to be into something that they don't actually like because they want to get it, you know? So yeah, I'm just being honest. I don't fucking like metal, like, or to a point, you know, like Rage Against the Machine and like System of a Down is like really great. I just
like like some like heavy rock more than
heavy rock, like where like it's still hard and it makes you go like berserk, but you know it's still got like a message. But the thing is, I understand what the fuck the message is because I can hear it. And also, it's just not unpleasant to me. Like, I just don't like music that sensorily, like, makes me feel shitty, you know?
Right, I got you. It makes me, like, deathcore and metalcore just makes me, it makes me want to rage. And when I hear it, I get so hyped hearing it because, like, honestly, to me, it sounds so fucking awesome. Like, I love it. I don't ever get overloaded listening to like especially deathcore because deathcore is literally just like pig squeals and fucking Satan's fucking army howling, and it's just like I love it because like honestly there's a lot of talent behind the instruments because of how, especially the drummers in deathcore. I don't know how they do it. Shit's insane. But
I will say, when you listen to like the individual, I think it's mainly the vocal stylings that I don't like. Like, if it were just instrumental, I feel like I can take that more, because it is crazy talented. Yeah, especially metal drummers are fucking insane. And also just like the guitar riffs, you know, the way they hit, the volume, it's nice. Like, I will say, you know, a cacophony of sound can be a good thing. I feel like when you can still make out the parts of the symphony that go into it. But I feel like with Screamo, I don't really... It's distracting almost. Like, the vocalist is like trying to fit in with, you know, forces of man-made objects, and he's trying to do it with his like natural voice, and I just think like it makes me go like, ugh, do not contort yourself like that. I think that's why it's gross. Is like, I just don't like the aesthetic. Like, I'm not very like black and like dreary or like I love punk music, but like I'm not a punk in any way. Like, I'm very white gentleman. I don't know.
Right. I mean, do I look very like metal?
No, you're wearing a fucking cardigan.
I know, right? Doing a film podcast, and I'm like, I love deathcore.
This has been one of the episodes of all time.
This is one of the episodes. I liked it.
I've been really enjoying I feel like there are weeks where I'm like, this will be fun for someone else to listen to, and you know, right now talking about it, I am like genuinely angry or whatever, but someone else will take, you know, meaning out of it. This one has just been making each other laugh, which those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then also there's ones where it's just stupid and that, you know, no one should be laughing at that. Like MTV Drama.
It's a staple now, though.
It's a staple.
MTV Drama.
You can't bring that. You
can't bring that MTV Drama in here.
You can't bring... Don't go Baby Talk. Baby Talk can't be a staple.
Baby Talk.
I'm gonna fucking slap you.
Well, we're at the 57-minute mark. You know what that means.
Time to start the topic of the day.
Yeah, essentially.
Time to get this kicked into hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive.
Let's get this to 2 hours 30, baby. Will we ever do an episode that long?
Maybe if we ever like end the podcast, you know, like officially, like this is our last episode, it might be like a 2.5 hour long episode.
I had a fun idea. One day, you know, just for goofs, just for giggles, you know, we should sit down and like, I had it in my mind. So here's my alternative idea, is that we sit down and we play like D&D or like a board game or something like that, and become one of those podcasts for like a week. All right. And just like, because we've done that before, we've just farted around and like tried to find a game, or like that time we played blackjack. Yeah. Damn, man. I don't know. Just genre bending someday. Just for shits and giggles.
Fuck yeah.
Or like a Wings in the West Wing podcast. You know, we watch the West Wing and we eat wings for a week.
And we live stream the whole fucking thing.
We become a Star Trek podcast one week, but you don't watch any more Star Trek stuff than you already know.
Exactly. We just talk about what we know.
You're just still not a Trekkie.
You would literally have the biggest upper hand over me when it comes to Star Trek. Because I've only ever seen 2 of the old movies, like 1 episode of one of the shows, and the 3 newer movies.
Star Trek's so good, man. The shows especially, like, I don't know, and this might just be a statement of how like boring Eternals was, but I started daydreaming about Star Trek, and I started thinking about Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And I was like, ooh, boy, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, that might just be the greatest television show ever made. And then I was thinking about, like, watching it again. Yeah. And then maybe I should do it, though.
Maybe. What if?
What if Isaac watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
What if he did?
These are the ideas I want to see answered.
I was gonna say, speaking of what? You said Star Trek.
God, see, this is the episode where we forget all our good ideas to talk about.
I was gonna ask you something or like tell you something. I don't fucking know.
Come, Casey. Don't let the podcast idle. Fulfill your destiny, Casey.
Fulfill my destiny. So yeah, Star Trek. Yeah, I know little about it. There was another like fandom thing that I was thinking like.
Okay, it's not Doctor Who. It's not Star Trek.
No.
There's another fandom. Is it Supernatural fandom? No. Harry Potter fandom?
No.
Is it the Star Wars fandom?
Maybe I was going to tell you we should play... hold on, it's almost there.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yes! Yes, sir!
Totally play Magic on the pod sometime.
Oh my gosh, I would love to get back into the world of Magic.
Love Magic.
Great game, Magic the Gathering. I can't believe that I'd never played it before last year. Hearthstone, pretty banging, but if you don't support Blizzard anymore, that's a-okay. I haven't bought anything from them in a while. Although Call of Duty, you're a big CODman. Are you excited at all about Vanguard? Real quick before
I've been playing it the past couple of days.
Is it out?
It's out. Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
It came out Friday. And so
I feel like this is the quietest Call of Duty drop ever.
It is. It is, and it shouldn't be, because it dropped with 20 maps, and they're all banging. And
really?
The gunplay's good. It's just as good as Modern Warfare's.
So it's like better than the past entries, and it's like.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's.
And it's failing.
I don't know that it's failing. I think it's just it had the quietest fucking release ever. Like, there wasn't hype for it like there was Black Ops Cold War. Probably because it's like, it's not a new IP, but it's like a new title. Like, Vanguard is the first time. But they're bringing back World at War maps is the thing. They're calling it back to World at War, and I feel like it should be more popular than it is. And I've been enjoying it, what I've been playing. I mean, I'm a corporate
I need your oath right now.
All right, what's
Clasp my hand.
All right.
I bought Black Ops Cold War last year, thinking that people were going to play it, and specifically I thought you'd play it with me. Because you're a big COD guy.
I was.
You did not play.
I did not like Cold War. I'm sorry.
Cold War. You kept going back to Modern Warfare, and I was sad, and I was lonely, and I regretted spending $60 on COD because I'm not a big COD gamer.
Right.
If I buy COD Vanguard, will you play it with me? Do you like COD Vanguard?
I do like COD Vanguard.
But you're looking at me and you're thinking he's a scrub. I can't be seen with him.
No, I was about to say yes, I will, but I'm not going to force you to buy it.
I don't want to be forced. I just want to get it, you know?
Yeah.
All my life, I've never been a COD gamer. I've never been into the games when they've been popular, and I've never had the online COD experience, I feel like.
Well, maybe you should give it one more year, because the only reason I say this is because the best Call of Duty in recent years, in my opinion, has been Modern Warfare 2019. Mm-hmm. And they're doing a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019.
Modern Warfare 2 2021. Oh my fucking god. Why? How are we already to the point in the Call of Duty franchise where we're renaming the games after?
I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's like Modern Warfare 2019 2. Anyway, I would wait and get that one for sure because I have super high hopes for it.
I'm sorry, I'm just so disgusted by the naming process. Hold on, let me resume.
Go
ahead. Let's just end it because I need some help opening up these pickles, and I have got to put in some fucking earbuds, man. I cannot stand your chewing.
Sorry.
My Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
Upper Deck rookie card.
Upper Deck rookie card.
Upper Deck. Oh, wow.
We got to fulfill our destiny, Casey.
Let's go.
We've got to wrap this up. We can't let Mind Over Movies idle. We've got to be posting it. Yeah. Grind. The grind is real. Let's just say that it is Monday, 11:59 p.m. and not actually Sunday, 6:42 p.m. Mm-hmm. Wink. So basically, we're about to just turn around and put this episode out immediately after we hit pause. Ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Maybe you should say set go.
Okay. Ready?
Wait. I kind of want to say it now.
Okay. I'll say set. You say go. Okay.
Ready?
Set.
I'm kind of nervous.
Just say it.
Just say it?
Say it.
I don't know if I want it. I don't want it to be over yet.
Oh. We can wait a few more seconds.
Will you still be here even when I say it?
Yeah. Unless for some reason Audacity fucking shatters me into a million pieces.
I'm scared tonight, Casey.
Why are you scared tonight?
I just don't want to be alone after I say
Halloween's over.
Go!